Hey guys, so today, as you can see here again, I'm pushing out more Moto E5 reviews. I'm trying to space out the reviews. Also, giveaway winner will be sent this out soon. But basically, I'm trying to space out my reviews. So I'm gonna try to get something else to review in the middle of this, because I still have a bunch more videos to make in this thing. But I'm getting the full review out now, so this is a full review. So let me just take off this case here first so that I can show off the beauty of this device. Now, in this full review, I want to talk about first the around device. So before anything, let me clean off the fingerprints. This is an okay one, not even good. But at least it takes away the fingerprints from the screen. So basically, it has a 5.2 inch, 3 inch, 5.2 to 3 inch 720p display. It has the Motorola branding on the bottom, and on the top of it there is an 5 megapixel camera. The sensors and everything is hard to see inside of this thing, just because they're just hard to the light. They're right over here, whatever, you can sort of see it. The earpiece / speaker and a flash for that front-facing selfie. The right side of the device has the volume up and down and a textured power button. I don't know how well you can see the texture. Okay, let me zoom in a little. Let me focus this way a little bit more. Still can't see it. And then on the right side, on the left side, you have nothing. The top, you have your headphone jack and the microphone. On the bottom, you have a microphone. That one's a noise canceling mic, and this one's just a regular mic, and a micro USB. Motorola! Seriously, I thought you were better than this. I mean, micro USB, not the worst thing. Motorola, if you're listening, if every other company out there, including Alcatel, even if they're only putting on some devices, can do it on their cheap device, please Motorola, just do it. I know LG's another one, their whole issue. LG, I hope, fixes their crap this year. And but on the back of the device you have the, which I like, it is, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, like this. It is what I like to see, metal instead of glass so it doesn't scratch easily. 8 megapixel camera, which is a little bit of improvement from last year. A flash, single tone flash, and the Motorola bump this year is a fingerprint sensor instead of taking up space on the screen side of things. And then you have your always on display, which, oh gosh, the fingerprint's back. Which, if you lift it up a little bit, it literally just comes back. And the fingerprint sensor is fast. I touched it a couple seconds beforehand. What else then? Over here, it's basically running stock Android 8.0. There hasn't been any updates, so let me just check it right here. I'm gonna go to About Moto E5 Play. My Moto E5 Play is running Android 8.0, as you can see right here. And this, I haven't had any glitches yet. I mean, this phone, I've been using it like a regular phone, I mean, of course. And to me, it feels fast. You got your, I'm gonna let this load a second. You got your Octopus. This, for some reason, always did this to start up. You got your Octopus there, so it is running Android 8. I wish they kept that kitty cat thingy. And then you have your April 1st security patch. So you're running that. Now, I want to go through the specs of the device. I just wanted to go through the basic right there, since it's running mostly stock. If you look at the home button, last year it used to show with the with like that little dots that the pixels had. So system, we'll verify everything here. It is running 2 gigabytes of RAM. It has 10.7 gigabyte usable memory. We can go out of that. The CPU is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 425 4-core 1.4 gigahertz processor. It has, okay, it's a 64-bit and running in, seriously? I thought 32-bit processors we're running gone. Why is it running in 30? I don't get this. Motorola, some things you're cutting costs on. Running in 32-bit mode is probably because you don't want to certify something. So it is 4-core, 64-bit, 32-bit mode, and you can read that over there. Display is only a 720 display, 5.2 inches with 282 DPI. It's 281 to 283 right now. It's a Qualcomm Adreno 308, 400 megahertz, 60 hertz refresh rate. Default, of course. Network. I don't want to show this off. Whatever. Battery is a 2800 mAh battery. Wait, what? Oh. Android is, of course, running Android 8.0 Oreo. You can read all this stuff. Let me show you the sensors on the device. It has a decent amount of sensors. It has a gyroscope for VR stuff. Now, I want to go through just looking at the software and how stock it looks. So, standard lock screen, I have my OnePlus 5, which is also stock. And if you compare the lock screen side by side, let me click this. You have your microphone, fingerprint, and camera. So I'm just going to swipe up and do this. Now this one is also stock, so as you can see, yes, other than this swipe up, it looks a little different just because it's Motorola style. But you swipe up, you get practically stock. I have a lot more apps on here. You get practically stock. You swipe over, you get your Google. I'm going to swipe over, refresh one of them. This also has a 2 gigahertz network. You also going to tap and hold here, tap and hold. What the hell? Seriously? Home. There we go, you get your basics there. Now for some reason, the only wallpaper that comes on this device is the one in the background here. And then when you swipe down, you get your Android 8 features, you get your Android 8 stuff. Now, let me just go into a text message here and press this, because, I mean, this is a random text message. I'm going to show you the emojis that come with the device right now. I'm going to click the emoji button, and this is all the emojis that come with your device right here. So you're getting the Android 8.0 emojis that everybody has now. It's nice. I like it. It works. The battery's also removable. That's another thing I wanted to mention in this process. So you're good on that. So let's just hop into YouTube now. Let's get a video review of the, whatever you want to call that part of it. Let's get a little sample. I didn't do that. A little sample of the speaker to show you what it sounds like. So I just want to mention these are also 1080, at least 1080p videos. So I mean, if it doesn't show in 1080p, again, because it's 720. So let's go like this. Before I get into it, I love how the speaker sounds when I'm on speakerphone or even regular. There's so much clarity because it's used as a front-facing speaker also, to the point where, I'm gonna mute it for this, to the point where it sounds so good that I can make out a lot more than I could feel a little bit on a different device. I love the speaker the way they do speakers. Let me turn my volume up all the way.
I've got something on my mind. I bet you know what I'm thinking about. You know I can't stop loving you. Every time when you're looking at me, it feels like my heart is skipping a beat, yeah. You know I can't live without you. You make me crazy in a good. I sat down by the ocean. It's that tears that I feel. emotions. Could I taste them for real? Longing for you, longing for you. Oh, but I can't get back. Why can't we got something magical? Pretending that nobody knows. Trying to hide but it shows.
I'm sorry, I love it. It's just I can go on forever about that part of it. I love that part of this whole phone is the speaker area. Just sounds so good compared to others because it's front facing. Why don't other manufacturers do this? OnePlus, your speakers sound crap without it being front facing. I understand, just you don't have to have dual, you can have one, just have whatever. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I mean, but also sometimes I prefer the display is vibrant on this thing. So sometimes I prefer to just unlock my device and watch a YouTube video from here. I prefer it sometimes, it's just that good. I like it, honestly. Now, there are other options you can do. There is no LED indicator for those that are gonna ask, but it does tell you all of the stuff, how you use your device. You don't need no suggestions at this time, so it gives you suggestions. You have your Moto action, so you can do quick screenshot by holding. There, you took a screenshot. You can do swipe to shrink screen by basically going like that, and it can shrink it to either direction. You do from like the middle down there, and whoops, and then no Moto actions again. You have your pickup to stop ringing, so when you lift your phone out when it calls, you can do it. You can flip for do not disturb. Night display, alternative displays, keeping the screen on when you're looking at it, and the Moto display is just that on-screen mode. So I mean. Other than it changing from 7 to 8 and getting that picture-in-picture mode, there isn't much more that has changed from the Moto E4. So if you have the Moto E4, I don't think it's worth an upgrade, but comparison will be coming soon, so that's for sure. But it's up to you now. Do you want this phone? Removable battery, let me show you. And this also has adaptable storage, so if there's not enough space, you can add an SD card and reset it as internal memory. Plus, it has a SIM card slot and up to 128 gigs of micro SD storage. Then the battery, if it ever goes kaput, kablooey, whatever you want to call it, new battery time, and you can get your new battery. So it works out. Everything works. Speakers work. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood?
Thank you for this thoughtful question. Every woodchuck is different, each with their own hypothetical chucking ability.
So the microphone's good. My friend on speakerphone, I put it on my belly when I was sitting down or laying a little bit, and he said it sounded like I was close enough to the microphone that it didn't seem distant or anything. It sounded good, he said. So I love this phone. Everything's good. The camera upgraded from last year 100%. I do have some sample shots, so let me just get out and go back into my camera here. I do have some sample shots that I can post right over here. I have a picture of a doggy laying down. I have a panorama. I have a video and stuff. So I will insert the pictures now. This thing comes with Google Lens too, so you can search stuff with Google Lens. But I will insert the pictures and video now.
Got no money on my mind, got no money on my mind, got no money on my mind. I am so good at pretending. Keep on smiling in my tiny bubble, like a movie without ending. Spending time like it was going backwards. Posters covering my walls, but they fall down. Diving deeper in the books that we read.
Okay, so now that you saw those pictures and videos, I hope you did like this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Also, I will try to post a link down below to a gallery so you can see those images completely full in like their full resolution they're supposed to be. And if you did like this video, definitely please rate, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.